Hello Mouses! It's Wednesday, it's Strange Laws Day, and today we're going to look at the top 3 most ridiculous cases that ever went to British courts. With the first case, Simpsons fans might find it familiar. If you remember that episode where Bart Simpson won an elephant, you'll see how this is going to go. A radio presenter decided that it was a good way to liven up their show by offering a Renault Clio as a prize if you could identify a song, which one of their listeners did. They entered the competition and correctly identified the song. They should have won a Renault Clio. Went to the radio station to pick it up, and guess what they found? They were presented with a toy car. Now, the radio station said they were stupid to think that they were going to win a proper car, which the courts disagreed with. Of course they did, because if you make a radio production that says you're going to win a car, and then someone enters the competition, they kind of expect to win a car, not a toy car, because they are very different things. It's like saying, oh, you're going to win a house, but what we actually mean is you're going to win a Wendy house. A little bit of a difference. Now, this outcome shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone who actually knows about English law. The way it works is you enter into a voluntary agreement with the world because you are advertised. You can't just suggest that the major constituent of your advert, which is effectively what these competitions are, their adverts, is advertising puff. I've mentioned on this show before the Carlisle and Carbolic Smoke Ball Company case that comes from the 19th century, late 19th century, where you can't just say, oh, we've put £1,000 aside to use as a prize, or at least a conciliatory prize, if you get the flu when using our smoke balls. And then someone got the flu and they said, oh no, we didn't really do that. And I just said, but you said you did that. You said you'd done this specific thing for the purposes of compensation if your product doesn't work. So that has to have happened. And it's the same thing we got here. They said, identify the song, win a car. You went along, you identified the song, you didn't win a car. Well, that's their breach then, because you've fulfilled your part of the contract, and it is a contract, so they have to fulfill their side. So, ridiculous case. It should never have had to go to court, but it did. And since the court decision came after the radio company went bankrupt, then there's going to be a bit of a problem actually fulfilling terms. So, a bit dodgy all round. Okay, the second one is ridiculous, not because of what went on in the court and the antics, but instead because it should never have got to court. The DVLA, which for people who aren't in the UK is the government organisation that monitors cars and ownership of cars and things like that, they sent a letter to a dead man saying that he needed to inform them of the sale of a vehicle, and he hadn't done that, so they're going to take him to court. So his mother sent a letter saying that he was dead and she knew nothing about the vehicle. They then sent another letter saying if he didn't respond, they would take him to court. So she sent them his death certificate, and they ignored it and sent another letter. And then bailiffs turned up, and she showed them that he was dead, and they went away, and then the DVLA took him to court. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, why didn't they take any notice of the death certificate? Because I, as a reasonable person, was thinking, why didn't they take any notice of the death certificate? But, of course, we're all forgetting that reasonableness doesn't come into it, because it's a civil service department. So the mother went along to the court, and when the man was asked to step forward to answer the prosecution's terms, she stepped forward and offered to show the court his ashes, because he's dead. At which point, the prosecution collapsed. Of course it did, because you can't sue someone who's dead for things that would have happened after they died. It's just, you can't do that. You need someone there to answer the case, and you can't if he's dead. It's ridiculous. It should never have got to court, but it did, so it enters our list. Okay, third and final on our list of top 3 ridiculous cases to go to UK court. A 60-year-old man was refused trial by combat and was told he had to actually answer his driving offences case. I can't believe this was even attempted. This guy decided that instead of just discussing the fact that he'd had some motoring offences and talking it through and getting the court to reach a decision, he decided the best thing to do was to pick a fight with a court clerk or a representative of the government department that was taking him to court, DVLA again. So this is ridiculous. Yes, the Anglo-Saxons had right to trial by combat, but we are not in an Anglo-Saxon country. We call ourselves Anglo-Saxons from time to time, but the fact is we have what's known as modern law, not trial by combat or trial by holding a hot brazier and seeing how long it takes for all of your wounds to heal. We've moved on from that. You can't just decide to pick a fight with someone and claim that it's a legally binding way of determining truth and justice and all of that. It's ridiculous. This guy was clearly having a laugh and basically putting the law into disrepute. It's ridiculous. It's very, very silly, and the court went, no, you can't do that. So, well done to the court there for sticking up for what is actually right and proper. But, my goodness, where's this guy coming from? What is going on in your mind to think, I think I shouldn't actually turn up and explain what I was doing to cause these road offences. I will instead try to start a fight. What, did he roll up in a string vest, holding a can of lager, and decide to pick a fight with whoever he saw? It's ridiculous. But ridiculous people get onto the show, so well done. It's kind of immortality, I suppose. Anyway, I'm rambling now, so thank you very much for watching, and Happy New Year to everyone. 1st of January, so Happy New Year. I hope you did like this, and if you did, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they can see what's been going on in stupid laws today, and do subscribe for future videos because there will be more in the future. But until next time, I've been Kirk-Robinson, you've been watching The Knob Mouse Show, and I'll see you tomorrow.